What is going on, guys? I'm gonna make sure that this thing is looking right on Facebook. So, as I'm on Facebook Live here, I am right here making sure this is gonna come in with the live feed properly. And it's not. Let me see. We'll play around with this bad boy. See what I can do. See if this will stay up. Oh, it does. Alrighty. So, welcome everybody. I was gonna just go ahead and call this just the Q&A. I'm gonna start trying to do these more often for you guys. For those who definitely want to comment, I think the best thing to do is either go on to your desktop, or if you're on your phone right now, just comment and I'll get to those questions as soon as I can. I know some people will not be able to make this, but don't worry, this will always be in this Cool Kids page. This is only for you guys in regards to just our clients, and I'm going to give you guys some resources that definitely help you guys out. Get to that next level and see further progress and further results too, with your boot camp training and even your nutrition too as well on top of that. Let me just get a couple quick sip of water and I'm gonna look over my notes. So I guess the first thing I'm gonna start with is actually, the last thing I'm gonna end it with some tips for you guys, some things that you guys can definitely take away and start doing. But the first thing I want to kind of deal with is you guys creating the right habits. So look at a habit as something where our bodies are going to do something that's more routine or more on a regular basis. So that way we don't have to consciously expend energy on it for that matter. And you know, the best habit for you guys to start getting into is the habit of just doing things. And you can start doing things, that's when the results are going to happen. So it's all about cause and effect. You know, that which you sow, so shall you reap, you know, as the adages that are similar to that. But, you know, I talked about this like last week, but, you know, we're consuming so much information and knowledge, but we're not living what we already know. And the only way for you guys to actually get the results is you have to just take action on things that you're learning. And you don't have to be talented. You don't have to have all these resources to actually make things happen. All you need to do is just do it. Just make the effort. And over time, if you make a habitual effort out of doing things, you're going to gain a skill set from that. You don't have to be in shape to just go ahead and get results. You don't have to be the fastest person in boot camp. You don't have to be the strongest person. You just have to just have the heart to actually just do those things. And if you just do them and you do them on a regular basis, you will get better at it. And that's the most important thing about just getting the habit of just doing things. Just do those things. They're going to be hard. They're going to be difficult. But over time, if you do the things that are hard, you make a habit out of it. And habits make those things easier for you. So don't think that you need to have these, you know, these resources to your, you know, at your disposal to actually make those things happen for you. Because it's just a matter of, I look at it just like with everyone's nutrition. We're all, you know, we're all making a habit out of showing up to boot camp and, you know, coming 3, 5, 6, 7 times a week. Like that's already that's basically an ingrained habit into what we're doing on our day-to-day lives. But I think we need to start making that a habit out of, you know, doing something with our food, you know, where if we start making the right choice with food and just actually eating food, we'll start, you know, seeing more of an accelerated, you know, results from our progress for that matter too. And that's what I've been seeing a lot more of is us not eating enough foods, not getting the nutrients into our bodies, not getting enough calories into our bodies. So when we show up to boot camp, we're running on, you know, a very, very low fuel already. So if we can just start making, you know, the making it a progress to actually get more food into our bodies, we'll see a huge difference. And if you start noticing, I was asking a lot of clients this too, but if you notice, like, more of the clients that are actually on the smaller or the slimmer set are those that are consuming more calories and more nutrients too. And those who are having trouble lose, weight are the ones that aren't eating enough food. So you don't even have to even do boot camp to actually get, drop weight or drop inches. All you need to do is eat enough of the right foods, and then you'll see the results. But if you incorporate eating the right foods and eat enough of those right foods, and you add on top of that just the boot camp training, which is going to allow you to increase your metabolism, your results are going to increase tenfold from that. That's why, I made the comment that, you're not going to lose weight from, just coming in here and training. You don't lose weight from exercise. You lose weight from the foods that you eat. The foods that you eat are going to tell your body what you want to do, whether you want to gain weight or whether you want to lose weight. But you need to have that food available, and you be consuming that food for your body to actually know what it wants to do. But if you just start making a habit out of it and just practicing those, you'll start seeing that big change. And the next note I want to talk about is when it comes down to your goals, just be very, very patient with your goals, and things will happen. I have a little quote that I kind of posted up here where it takes 30 years to turn 30 years old. And the reason why I post that is because I want you guys to be extremely patient. Some of you guys, it took you guys 20 years to gain 20, 30 pounds, and you're expecting it to all come off in a matter of, a month or two. It's going to take time, it's going to take energy, it's going to take effort for that weight to lose. Now, can you lose 10, 20 pounds in 2 months? Absolutely, you can. I'm not saying you can't. You can definitely lose that weight in that time frame, but what I'm telling you is don't get upset if you don't see that progress, as fast as you want to, because once again, there's a purpose for time, and the reason for time is so that things happen over the time, and when they do happen, they happen sequentially too. 1 pound leads to 2 turns to 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth from there. And if you stay extremely patient, it will all come to you. I promise. Next thing I want to talk about is prioritizing your day. And this is actually something that's going to benefit you, not just in regards to time management and productivity, but just for you guys just showing up. Because I hear a lot of, I don't have time to work out, this and that, I'm really busy. But the question is, what are you busy doing? Tim Ferriss, great author, he has a great quote where he says, don't be busy, but be productive. And that's one thing I'm going to focus on with you guys is don't be busy in the day, be productive in the day. If you start sitting down, and, I talked about this before, I carry a notepad with me everywhere I go. Even when I go to the store, I write everything down. And if I don't have my notepad on me, I have a voice recorder. This one's in a box because I had to buy a brand new one because I lost my other one. But if you're in the car, wherever, you can't write things down, use a voice recorder. I prefer to just write things down and just take notes of all things that you're doing throughout the day. So that way you can kind of see where your time is being allocated, where it's being used most productively, and see where that time that is not being used productively, where you can take it out and rack it out your day. You may realize you spend an hour in the morning cooking breakfast or getting ready, when you definitely know you can cut that into 30 minutes. You cut that into 30 minutes each day on the weekdays. I mean, you're saving a lot of time right there that can be spent you doing boot camp, you doing a home workout, you cooking. So find ways that you can save your time and then allocate that time towards something else. Because if you don't have an idea of where you want that time to go, that time is going to be allocated towards you doing something that is easy to do. Don't focus on what's easy to do, focus on what's hard to do, and do a lot more of the hard things. Because over time, once again, the things that you need to be doing are the things that are hard. And like one quote where it says, the things that we need to do, the things that are most important to us don't speak the loudest, which is very true. They have a very soft voice, but those are things that we need to be doing more so on a daily basis from there. So think about the things that you don't focus on things that you could be doing, but focus on the things that you should be doing is what you definitely should be focusing on. You already know that you could Definitely could work out later on, but usually that never happens. But you definitely know you should be working out. So definitely, and that's why we started creating the Mind Body. Definitely make it an effort to make a note in your calendar, in your Mind Body, to show up at certain times throughout the week, and set your intentions on showing up for that times. If you don't set your intentions on that, you're going to end up being controlled by whatever your mind wants you to do that day of. So start planning your days a lot better. Start figuring out where you can start saving a lot more time, and you'll be amazed at how you'll be able to start coming in even an extra day out the week. Spend an extra time cooking, or even start time just cooking period in general. All these little hacks will lead up to you becoming a lot better person down the road. These are things that definitely has helped me out. I never was one that would actually write down, almost script my day out ahead of time. But every night before I go to bed, what I do is I actually write down, what tomorrow is going to entail for me. Whether I'm gonna get up at this time, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, all the way to when I go to sleep at night too. And then I just repeat that whole cycle from there. Some of you guys may be able to do that for a week in advance, a month in advance. If that works for you, definitely do it. But definitely do plan out your following day, because always start with the end in mind. That way you can plan your day ahead. And that's what's going to definitely help you guys figure out, okay, I'm coming to boot camp at 5 p.m. I'm coming at 6 a.m. And then you can start making necessary adjustments from there. And of course, when you do that, give yourself enough wiggle room, just in case things don't work out the way that you want to. But enough wiggle room will allow you to make small necessary adjustments so you can actually get it done. I see this a lot, and I'm gonna give you guys all these notes too. And it's that we make everything seem like it's important, but if everything's important, nothing is important. And give me a second, guys. I gotta go ahead and put my computer charged up. Give me a second. But as I'm getting this thing charged up, try not to make everything in your life important. We're running from event to event, not spending enough time with what we're doing to a point where we make everything seem like it's important. Slow down, take a big breath, and enjoy what you are currently doing. If you don't do that, you will always be stressed out. So just relax. So let me get into some fat loss tips for you guys. The first thing I want to talk about is sleep. You guys need to be getting at least 7 hours of sleep. If you're not getting at least 7 hours of sleep, you're definitely going to keep your body in a state where it's always playing catch up. If your body is in a state of sleep deprivation, it's going to expend more nutrients from you. And if your body is always deprived or expending so many nutrients, that means you're going to need to put more nutrients into your body. And the best way for your body to actually give yourself more nutrients is going to be through the quickest source, which is going to be carbohydrates. So that's why when you lack lots of sleep, you start craving lots more sugar for that matter. But if I would say sleep is probably the most important thing. It's more important than you eating the right foods and you exercising for that matter. Just get enough sleep, 7 hours sleep. Find out what kind of environment works best for you. For me, when I sleep in a pitch black room. I have a essential oil diffuser where I use a lavender and eucalyptus oils. And that kind of helped me really relax. Lavender is really relaxing scent. I spray my bed down with lavender. I pretty much spray my face with lavender too. It helps me relax. You can read a book. That'll kind of help you wind down. You take a bath, kind of help relax your muscles. Epsom salt will help relax your muscles too as well. I even do some sort of probiotic fermented vegetable or kefir before I go to bed. Fermentation or the fermented foods will help you relax too as well. And then I'll do soup also. Hold on a second. Let me make sure. Okay. See, my connection is weak, so I'll make sure I got my Wi-Fi on. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. And definitely make sure that your bedroom is at a good temperature too. I would say definitely nothing over 70 degrees, because that would definitely keep you perspiring a lot more, and that'll kind of keep you awake. So find out. I'd probably say around 6-8 degrees is probably a good time or a good temperature. Next thing, make sure you're tracking everything down. As you start tracking, you draw awareness and focus to the things that you're currently doing. Once again, going back to the notebook that I use. If you write things down, you can figure out what choices you are making in life. If you notice the cook page that we have with our little cookbook group, that's kind of a similar way of tracking, taking pictures of your food and, journaling that, seeing the foods that you're eating on a day-to-day basis. Because the biggest reason why that's kind of powerful is because the last thing you want to do is take a picture and put it into a group of food that's not good for you, because then you're going to feel bad about, making that decision. So instead of doing that, you're going to opt for a better decision for that. So track things, track down your workouts, track when you work out, what time you work out, when you feel best when you work out. And that way you can kind of figure out how you can fit it into your day for that matter. Next thing is when you are exercising, guys, try to use a little bit heavier weights than you're, used to doing. What that's going to allow you to do is break down your muscles a little bit even more and allow you to kind of create more stress to your body too as well. Where if, like Will and I, when we set the equipment out, we usually set the equipment out for you guys to almost like preset weights. But there's nothing wrong with you guys picking up heavier weights if you need to. Because if you keep doing the same weight over and over and over again, it's kind of like the definition of insanity. If you do the same thing over again, expecting a different result. So if you've been constantly doing, let's say, front squats with 10-pound dumbbells, definitely start changing it up. Start using 15-pound dumbbells. Start using 20-pound dumbbells. Over time, that's going to lead to more stimulus and more stress to your body. And that way, your body's going to start requiring more food, more calories, and increase your metabolism too as well from there. But make sure you're putting your body under stress to that point where it can require that nutrients. And then the last thing I'll go over is stick to one plan and one plan only. Stop jumping from program to program to program. I hear people say, oh, sometimes boot camp doesn't work. I need to do weightlifting. I need to do yoga. I do this. Guys, they all work. You don't need to do, all types of, exercise. If this is a preference, then that's a different story. But you just do one thing. Do one thing and do it till, do it to your best ability, and you will get results from it. If you're not getting results from it, then you definitely need to look into, okay, what am I doing nutritionally? The nutrition program will be the same for all those things. All the nutrition that I kind of speak to you guys about, I call it human diet. It's a way for you guys to reduce your body composition down, lowers your body fat percentage, let you drop inches, and get to a set point with your weight. No one wants to be overweight. No one wants to be obese. But if you tell your body that you want to become more slim and more fit, you got to eat the way that a slim and fit person would eat. If you don't do that, it's not going to work. But if you just focus on the foods that you're putting into your body and that you are sticking to the plan, everything's going to work. But you just can't try something, and if it doesn't work at once, just give up on it. If you keep doing that, it's just going to cause more problems over time for you guys too. So, but that's all I had to go over. If you have any questions, just go ahead and post them now. And if not, I am out of here. All right, I was checking out the Facebook group, see if anyone posted any questions. So far, no questions. But either way, I am out, so I will see you guys later.